Welcome back. My name is Timothy Judkins. I am here with
Chimera Garrett
and you are here at the Realty Resource Report
in St. Clairsville, Ohio.
Yes, no longer in Las Vegas. It was a fun time.
I had fun.
Almost too fun. We're not going to dive too deep into how much fun Vegas was. Very great learning experience. Learned so much. Got so much merch. That's what I should have brought over to the show. You were asking what we should show off to there, but I should be bringing all the little trinkets
so
we
much
got.
stuff to take home.
I did post a bunch of photos. If you see on my page, there's a bunch of photos of the things that we got. I was unfortunately unable to make it to the international portion to that. Tell me how that was.
That was actually really good. It was insane. It was so packed. So everyone was running all over.
They kept complaining they ran out of stuff so quick. So that was a thing.
They were giving out little rum drinks, cake.
Oh my gosh.
You were talking about the rum cake.
Yeah, I got a rum cake last year.
Really? They were giving out little cakes.
Mm-hmm. I heard they had little liqueur shots and things like that. I saw people running around with different hats and whatnot.
By the time I finally got in there, it was already picked through. It was really bad. Everyone was all in there.
I had I missed the international portion because I was sitting down with brokers from Clearwater, Florida. So they wanted to have a chat with me about, getting out to Florida and doing some real estate out there. So that was a great time. And everybody I was sitting down with was all they all understood they weren't going to go to the global thing, which I would have known before I sat down for lunch. But it was all good. Either way, it was great.
There were so many agents.
Whole bunch. And you got to see people from different walks of life, different parts of the world. One of the agents who I was sitting down with, she's actually from a different country. Okay. I want to say she speaks Portuguese.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was super interesting. So, yeah. And then we did an interview with I don't know if you were there for that. Maybe Casey was there at the time. We got Austin to interview some agents from Ecuador.
Yeah, I was there. I saw a picture of you guys. Yeah,
so that was awesome too.
Yeah, it was really cool seeing how they do their business and how it's so different.
Everybody's got their own thing, yeah. And what do you think in classes wise? What was your favorite class?
Definitely. Oh, I can't think of their. I was telling you about it earlier. You and I did that class together.
The luxury one?
Yes, that was definitely my favorite class. I feel like I learned a lot from that.
Yeah, how to position yourself with luxury clients, how to talk to them, what they're looking for. We are not your agent; we are your consultant, right?
You so I think that was a good one.
That was awesome.
What
Love
was your
that
favorite
class. I really liked that seminar with Vanessa when she was talking about how to be a charismatic person and how being nice can be getting in the way of being respected.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the best classes that they had there. And I think a lot of agents struggle with that sometimes, where we work so hard to be liked by our clients that we end up, certain people are nicer than, others. But yeah, it was great. I had a good time.
I think it's funny. We definitely learned that we're different people.
Yeah,
class,
everybody is different, and that class that Vanessa was teaching, she definitely separated everybody in the crowd to what type of person are you? Are you somebody who we could cry on their shoulder, or are you somebody that no, you ain't crying, we're gonna fix it? Or are you gonna be a fixer or a crier? So it's one of those things. But let's not hold up everybody about all this stuff.
We'll jump back into stories.
We actually have a bunch of interviews we did.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of behind the scenes footage.
So we'll be posting that pretty soon.
We just got some footage emailed to us from the exclusive stuff we were doing before we left for Vegas. So those will be rolling out very soon as well. Very busy week.
Mm-hmm. We have a lot going on.
Yes. And it's the beginning of March. So
starting off strong.
Yes. So let's get into our first story for the day.
You story one.
All right. So this is first story for the day. Student loans are back, you guys. Apparently that is a thing. I've talked to a few people about this. I actually had a few chats with agents actually back in Vegas about this.
Really?
And how beforehand, I guess during the pandemic and during that time, there was all these programs you could get into if you went to college and you have student loans. You could actually push them off and pay them at a later date. Dead. All that's done. Trump's in office now. You got to pay up. You owe this money. Time to pay. And as of, I guess, 2026 activating, they have been calling, knocking on people's doors, sending letters, and people are now having to pay, and that is messing up their debt to income ratio. Because if you weren't paying something like this, a huge loan like this for the last 6 years, then it shows up. It's kind of a thing. So a lot of buyers who are in a younger realm who still have student loans are feeling the pressure of this now. So student loans were not a huge thing in people's way when it comes to buying, but now they are back at the show. And there's a lot of moving elements in the world right now. So this is just one more to throw in the pot, I guess, to,
I think it's hard, especially for first-time home buyers. They always are thinking if they can buy a house or if they should just continue to rent.
And one of my side notes I have here is like, with more hurdles, we need more options. So if you have an agent who knows how to get you into first-time home buyer programs and things like that, this is the type of time that you need to start talking to those type of agents, because if you're going to have these hurdles and things are going to keep popping up, we're going to get into more stories relating to this, but this is all the more reason why you should talk to an agent if you're looking to buy or sell real estate, because there are moving elements and our job is to keep track of these things.
I'll go on to story 2. Broker Power Hour Recap 2026 Economic Outlook for Brokers. Housing market is entering a phase where success depends less on sheer transaction volume and more on agent expertise and technology adoption. 2026 Outlook shows a stable but selective market. Transaction volume is expected to remain tight due to inventory constraints. Buyers need stronger representation to compete in low inventory environments. The market isn't crashing, but it's becoming more professional. The 2026 rewards, it educates and definitely prepares buyers.
Yeah, one of the side notes I have for that is a lot of the brokers are really, really excited, especially coming back from R4. Everybody believes this is going to be a booming year for real estate, and it's because everything is stabilizing, like you said. So now that we have interest rates that are coasting at 6%, we have a lot of AI coming into this that is getting rid of all the mishaps that's been happening in the past with human error, that a lot of them have a positive outlook on where this is going.
Yeah, I think it's definitely about what agent you're using and how they utilize their technology and data and stuff like that.
It's just I'm gonna pick up on that on the third story then, because it's very interesting on where all this is going. So our third story is the consumer confidence is fluctuating. As you can see, we're going up and down. I believe the original story that I have is that it's volatile, so it's not to say that it's good or bad right now. This is kind of like the chart of consumer confidence right now so far in 2026. With this being said, the three stories we've already said, with brokers being excited about the way that the economy is going, student loans now coming back, Iran and Israel want to do their own thing now. So with all these things happening, this is why the chart is going to keep fluctuating. You need to be strategic this year. 2026 is actually going to open up a lot of opportunities for people, but you have to be somebody who is able to see them. If you are not seeing these opportunities as they're moving along, you're going to miss them. And to be honest with you, I don't think a lot of people are going to jump into this real estate market unless they have trusted individuals around them. If it's too volatile, if the tariffs are going to keep changing, if oil prices are going to change, if a lot of these stuff is going to happen overseas, you got to put some people in your corner that can help you make, sound decisions. So that's the third story for the day, the consumer confidence. Our last one.
That ties into our buyer and seller a lot too.
Yes.
Confidence.
For sure.
Story 4, AI and tech layoffs versus productivity boom. The rapid expansion of artificial intelligence across industries has created a paradox labor dynamic entering 2026. So tech layoffs can soften housing demand in tech-savvy regions. More remote/AI-driven reshapes where people choose to live. Layoffs hurt housing short-term. Productivity helps long-term. So I think this really ties back to COVID too, because I feel like once COVID happened, there were so many jobs that was able to go remote. So I think that helped.
Yeah, what I have here is AI is changing where, how, and what people are working on. That's huge. So if a lot of jobs are getting taken away and new things are being replaced with that space, what does that look like in the workforce? What does that look like for income? This goes back to consumer confidence. This goes back to the volatility. There's a lot of moving pieces right now. So it's very important to be aware of what's going on. I'm going to go ahead and drop my little tidbit with heavy metals, gold and silver. Those things are skyrocketing again. So Get people in your corner who know what's happening with assets, what's happening with the financial world, because this is the only way you're going to put yourself in a good position to buy this year. This might be one of the most opportunistic years to buy in general. So
I think it's definitely a big shift. Like we've seen on previous episodes, how a lot of people are losing their jobs and a lot of people are gaining jobs. So I think it's just all over.
Do you know who Gary Vee is? He's like one of the influencers that's on like TikTok and things like that. He talks about asset classes, stocks, and trading, and goes into Logan Paul and that whole situation. Okay. I mean, we got kids literally who are scrambling to buy Pokemon cards because they're selling the same price as a down payment for a house. You're in a weird space right now. Weird space in history where different asset classes can literally leverage you in a different place that you could have never been in, including crypto, including ETFs, including REITs, real estate investment trusts. You got to get into these type of things if you want to leverage your assets and your finances to the next generation, because there's a lot of shifting, moving parts right now. And I'm kind of exhausted just keeping track of it.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things.
So much going on.
But let's get into the buyer-seller tip. What are you doing?
I'm going to do buyer. You want to do seller?
Yeah, let's do that.
Perfect. So my buyer tip of the week is how to find the right agent in your area. Your first step is... Oh. This is really, really good.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, search your target area on Google or social media, find a local agent, and then reach out to a couple of your friends and family members and ask if they've worked with this agent before. The best agent for you is the one who knows your market and can move fast when the right home appears. I think this is perfect. It's tying into everything. Mm-hmm. Using the right agent is key. And
having the consumer confidence. You need somebody in your circle who knows what's going on in the market and who has a grip on what's happening in your local real estate world. So at the end of the day, I love that.
Who you work with definitely matters a lot.
And this is a small area, you guys. This isn't huge. There's only 50 to 40,000 people who live in the Ohio Valley at max. So you can find out how agents move and what they do when it comes to transactions very easily. Just because you see them on signs or you see them on social media does not mean that they are doing transactions the way that they look like they are. Reach out to your friends and family. You'll be surprised how many people know people and be like, oh yeah, I used them on this deal. She was great with this. She was very responsive. And that will get you a lot further in life than falling into the wrong situation, because some brokerages will actually have you put certain documents together that will tie you with them and you can't get away from that. So it is a real thing to look at. I agree, 100%. My seller tip for the day, playing on the same thing. How to choose the right agent to sell your home. Now, the right listing agent can come and go. There's plenty of options out there. You see agents who are selling certain things all the time. But when it comes to finding the right one for you, find somebody who has a clear pricing strategy, a strong marketing plan, and great negotiating skills. These are going to be 3 key elements to make sure your property is seen and sold at a good time, okay? And I would also suggest even interviewing multiple agents. Why stick with one when there's multiple agents out here that can help you get the job done? So interview a few. Try to see what is the difference between the brokerages. What's the difference between the marketing plans? But I will say, make sure you are selecting the agent based on their plan of action, not how much money they say they could get for you. One more time. I know you could get sold on oh, he said I could get $7 million. But at the same time, what was their game plan? Try to focus on what their game plan is. And the more thought out and thorough their game plan is, the more likely we can actually get the job done. So that's my buyer and seller tip for the day. I love that. The buyer tip, oh yeah. You got to try these out, you guys. Definitely interview multiple agents. Definitely ask around, because we're a tight-knit community out here and we would love to help everybody get to where they're going. If there's another agent that's better for you, people know that I have done that plenty of times. Well, I will suggest you just no, she's great. You should go with her. Because at the end of the day, getting you to where you're going is the top priority, and that's what we learned.
Yeah.
At the convention too. Yes.
Yeah, I think these
not about the sale.
They definitely follow off of each other. I think the common theme is strategy.
And having options and knowing what's going on in your market. And at the end of the day, some people haven't been around the area or have done enough transactions to actually know things. Also, you have some agents who are born and raised in the area who know the area better than other people who have done a lot of transactions. So pick and choose your battle, right? But I think that's all we got for the day. I know we could go on and on about the countless
yeah.
roulette adventures we've had in Vegas and the things we've
I won
done.
$100.
I lost $75.
Really?
So that's what I did. Yeah.
After I won 100, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I didn't do anything else.
Sarah did pretty good too.
Yeah, she was actually teaching me, her and Garrison.
Yeah.
So.
It was so many stories, but we have behind the scenes footage coming soon. We have interviews of different agents from around the world coming soon as well. So can't wait to show you guys. And until the meantime,
We'll catch you guys next time.
see you guys soon.